To discuss the impact of Pope Francis's visit to Turkey, I'm joined now by Jack Valero from Catholic Voices. Welcome to Arise News. Before we talk, let's just see if we can get some live pictures of the Pope. I think he's just leaving Turkey now. If you just look there, that's his retinue as they are leaving. So this has been he's been there since Friday. Successful visit, do you think?
Hugely successful visit. It was a very important visit for him. 3 popes had done this before: Paul VI, John Paul II in 1980, Benedict XVI in 2006. They've all gone to Turkey. But Pope Francis went with a special thing because he was the first pope whose inauguration was attended by the Patriarch of Constantinople last year. So there's a lot more hope of unity. He had three aims for this trip. One was unity with the Orthodox, then it was a bridge with the Muslim world, and then obviously to bring up and give a higher profile to the persecution of Christians so we don't forget it. So on the first aim, he did really well. You know, there was the Mass, he said yesterday, with the Patriarch in attendance, and the attending of the service that the Patriarch celebrated today with the Pope in attendance. He actually asked the Patriarch to pray for him, and he placed in a very moving sign his head on the chest of the Patriarch, sort of showing his vulnerability, you know, please pray for me. And then he made it absolutely clear that it was unity, not submission. You know, he said, the Catholic Church will not impose anything. We will have a common creed that we've always had. So he's really keen for unity. And this, they've ended the day today, just before going to the airport, signing this joint declaration saying we must give high profile to the persecution of Christians in the Middle East. We cannot allow this land, which had Christians from the very beginning, where Christianity was born, to be decimated and left without Christians. That was the thing that they signed just at the end.
So, so signing this agreement, this declaration, gives it publicity. What good does it actually do, though? What difference does it make?
Well, Pope Francis is not in favour of war, of course, and he has spoken a lot about it. He spoke about religious freedom to the President of Turkey. He said that ISIS and other terrorists must be resisted, but military action is not enough. You know, he said we must study the causes of this terrorism, of this violence, and we must deal with them at the root. You know, so it's a very much more deep-rooted thing that he's asking for. He's not just asking for fighting.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, but echoing there, though, in those sentiments about looking at the root causes, echoing what a lot of politicians have been saying, I wonder if there's a danger of perhaps the Pope becoming too political.
Well, the Pope is a religious figure, but he obviously has a political importance. He is a leader, a world leader, whose witness of life means that everyone is listening to him. You know, he goes to Turkey. He refuses to go in the big car. He goes in a little car. He's not afraid. He's not afraid to speak in the truth. You know, people actually listen to him because he's somebody who will say what he thinks without thinking of, without being politically correct. And I think that's really important for politics today, that some religious leader can say this is really what's happening. And because both sides are listening, this can have a big impact. I think he's in a very peculiar position, fantastic position, that people are listening to him. And I think that's the difference.
And he also delivered some stinging comments against Islamic State, as you say, and also the lacklustre response of governments to Syria's refugee crisis.
Yeah.
I wonder if people are going to look at that and think, well, the Catholic Church is an immensely wealthy organisation. What are they doing for refugees in Syria?
Well, the similar thing happened in Lampedusa. You know, many people die in the Mediterranean trying to cross into Italy, especially around Lampedusa. He went there, he celebrated Mass, and people said, well, it's all right for you to say you don't have to look after them. The next day he went back to the Vatican and said, all the religious orders who have empty houses, stop running hotels, take in refugees. So he gave this order, you know, last year. So he puts his money where his mouth is. You know, he said, we must look after refugees. The Catholic Church will be the first institution to look after refugees.
And so this will happen.
And this is what happened. What started to happen from last year.
And this will happen in Syria.
Well, in Syria, of course, the Catholic Church is very small. Christianity is very small. And so what the Pope has said is, it's not enough for Turkey to take on refugees, because Turkey is in the border there, it's taking the refugees. Other nations must also help. And the Catholic Church would like to help too, obviously, according to our possibilities. But, you know, this is not a Pope who speaks and then goes home. He has a very small room, and he has told all the religious orders to open their houses all around the world to refugees.
Jack Valero, good to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.